Hello and welcome everybody to another soundtrack review. As you maybe have recognized, today I'm going to review the soundtrack of Ratatouille. And yes, that was the beginning of the piano cover to Le Festin, and you will hear my full piano cover of this song at the end of the video, so stay tuned if you are interested. And well, then, but first, I want to tell you that I have not only the official release of the Ratatouille soundtrack, but thanks to an awesome channel, I could get the really complete score of Ratatouille. So all the unreleased tracks that are missing on the official album, I have now burnt on CD, put to CD. And you can find all the tracks on a very awesome channel. And this channel is called Music and Plays Soundtracks. I will give you the link to his channel in the description, and he's really awesome. He comes from France and he has uploaded many great complete scores, and I will definitely mention him more often in following soundtrack reviews, because many of my complete soundtracks I have with all the unreleased tracks I have now from this amazing guy. So, if you are interested in the complete Ratatouille score, please subscribe his channel and watch at his awesome Ratatouille playlist with 60 tracks, where you really get everything you want from the Ratatouille soundtrack, also with awesome bonus tracks, and that is awesome that he has uploaded all of this, and this is just very, very great, and again, I thank you very much. And also, this is his favorite soundtrack, so now also, especially for you, I make this video, and I just hope you all have fun with this soundtrack journey of an amazing soundtrack, and all the many of the music you will hear, that we can all just thank this awesome channel who has uploaded these unreleased tracks. Because I can let you hear only something like of the unreleased tracks, because all from the official album, there I will get a copyright problem. So these tracks will only play in the background and I say something to this, but really the music you will hear is more the unreleased music. But still, I mean, it is very interesting. The unreleased music, probably many haven't already heard. And so yeah, I just hope you have joy with this soundtrack journey, and now I will start with this great review of the awesome Ratatouille soundtrack, composed by Michael Giacchino, one of my favorite film composers of all time. So that was something I recorded myself, just the beginning. That is maybe the only thing that is missing, but well, that is not so important. But it really starts with the track TV Source, as it is called on the complete soundtrack release here uploaded. Yes, and that's just the beginning with the TV, and I think that is a very clever scene, and that is also the French style in the music. You hopefully hear a bit something of it in the background. And yes, that is just cool music to listen to. It is fun, it is little, but it also fits very well to this tune of the film with the French thing and everything. And then of course we directly have this theme, this a bit maybe at the beginning, this frightening tune for the rats, but then yes, it has something like just something that a bit fits to the rats, I think. I cannot really analyze this music very well at this moment, but still, it is just like, it fits. You go with this music. It has also, again, this French style, and I just like that the whole Ratatouille score has this typical French music, I think, so that you already just know, you just feel like in France when you just see this movie, also hearing this great music. So yes, that is also gives you already the right feeling for the whole movie. And yes, then we have also a theme then just when Remy thinks he now has made something great, when he says, oh, that is poison, but then he has this boring job. And just this music is also so cool, because it just underlines how boring this all is. yes, this, I hope you hear it a bit in the background, that is just all this, oh, it is slow, and oh my god, I'm so bored by all this, and just this music shows again very well the feelings of Remy at this moment. And yes, so I think this music of course fits very well, and is to this also a bit enjoyable, because it has this great atmosphere, this music, I think, something like I like to hear to this part of the soundtrack. So, again, already at the beginning, great work of Master Giacchino, and now this you can hear. That is an unreleased track, and that is just Humans Are Good People. Just, again, this Le Festin theme, the main theme of Ratatouille, is just so great and just shows and underlines the dream of Remy becoming a cook, and that he also likes humans, and that humans are not so bad. I just like also these short tunes when he just eats something and then it is very different. Just like also the taste of these things is. And then when they are together, you have also this awesome music mix also, so very cool. Also just all thanks to this awesome channel, Music and Play Soundtrack. Just you have to just subscribe, and when I put the link later in the description. So yes, then we have Remy's secret life, just when he tells that only Emile knows about his passion to become a cook. And yes, then he goes of course to him, and yes, then he sees the cheese the Emile has with him, and yes, that is also just also cool. We hear again this theme we heard at the beginning from I'm a Rat or This Is Me, again in a variation. And I also like just that they already use it also then for this scene, what fits also very great, just like this boring life he has to live with as a normal rat. And yes, so it appears again, so it is smart, and yes, I like this. You hear the French instrument, something like again, there's always this French feeling to the music, what I also like just very much. And then we just have already the theme that also appears later when he makes the soup. And that also fits because in this moment, then when it plays now, he makes this mushroom. So it also fits again to his like, he knows how to cook something great. Maybe you can recognize something of the theme that is on the official soundtrack called Souped Up. And I think it is interesting that we already hear it at this moment, and we only know that by this unreleased great soundtrack. Yes, and then of course Wild About Saffron when they are in the room of this old granny, and Emile is something like afraid. Now I think this music now is not something special, but of course you also hear the French style, and just it also tells a bit that this is a bit maybe dangerous, and yes, just it also fits very well. But let's move on. And then we have also a bit this great also already emotional theme, just when he sees the TV spot Remy with Auguste Gusteau, and he has this great quotes. I think this Auguste Gusteau has many great quotes in this films that are very smart. And just then this music also something like it says how much passion Remy has for this cook, and I also just like to hear to this great music. And then also of course it goes more sad and everything, just when then he sees, oh, he is dead? And that is also just underlined very well how then Remy feels at this moment. And just I like how great you can analyze this music. Just this music just again shows how our main character Remy feels at this moment. And that is just captured very well with this music. And of course then the granny sees the rat and the music becomes more action-like. and it gets faster and everything, and you just of course heard this intense suspense also that also these rats have, of course, because the rats think now they could die because the granny has her gun. So of course this music is very dangerous sounding, I would say, or action-like and everything. So again, of course, it fits very well. And then I like very much how then the music is just when the rats all come down, and just then they of course they all walk out, and then the music is also something like so fast, like all the steps these little rats make. So it is just again underlined very well this scene. And yeah, so I also like this music, very great action and suspense into this music, so very great again, great Michael Giacchino quality. That is just so cool and suspenseful music and everything. Just you go with this music and you go with the scene and you just feel as excited and also afraid like Remy does in this moment. So this music again is very well. And then just let's come at first Mr. Rat's Wild Ride, this track is called. That is when he is through the water and he gets lost. But this music never appears in the film. That is also more interesting. We even get music from this great channel which we didn't even hear it in the film. So I think that is also very interesting. Just like also to hear this, and then we come to the music that we also hear then in the film, just when he is there with the book and then he is all alone and is just quite sad and everything. I also like now to have this music. That's just so awesome, also having this music then, just that underlines how alone and lonely Remy feels at this moment. Yes, I think this music, it has no special melody, but I still like this music very much because you just at this moment, so with this music you feel so good how Remy feels, just something like that. And then we could also come to the music that is on the official soundtrack, just when then he speaks with Auguste Gusteau as a ghost. I like that very much, that Auguste Gusteau is there and made as a ghost. And yes, I like this very much, and yes, just then, how then there's just a scene when Auguste Gusteau says, now you should go up and look into the future, not always looking back and being depressed about that, something like that. I cannot really quote it because I never saw it in English because I'm German. So yes, but, and that is just, very great also by the music then underlined. And then I just love this wall red theme, how it is called on the official soundtrack. So I just like it how fast in some way it is and just fits to all these little and fast steps Remy makes when he climbs up. And just, I like this music, very cool. You can just go with this music again. It has just a very cool and catchy melody. Just very fast and everything. Then we have also some unreleased material when Remy wants to eat something, but Auguste Gusteau reminds him about that he isn't a thief. I even like that music, even of course it is nothing special, but it still is very cool. And just like, oh, also this unreleased material we have now. We have also this music now. Finally it is complete. Just so great. And then of course we hear again this great wall red theme, just something like when he climbs up. I just like it, how fast it is, and that I love this melody. It is very great and very catchy. Giacchino can also make very catchy melodies, and I just like that. It is so fast and so cool, and you just have to go with this great and awesome Giacchino music. Just then when he climbs up and everything, and then looks into windows, and then just he sees the beautiful city Paris, and there is this very magical and great music and great variations of the Le Festin theme. That is just so beautiful. And you hear it hopefully in the background. I talk so that maybe I will get no copyright problems. This is so great and beautiful music just. That is just very, very great. And so emotional and great. I just love this theme. I mean, how couldn't you love this main theme of Ratatouille? And all its variations are really awesome, touching, and just pure gold and beautiful. Yeah, and then we come to the cook scene when he sees when we just see all the cast of the cooks, all the cooks that are there and everything. Just of course we see all of them. So yeah, there's just that's just it. So yeah, it's also cool how the music tells something about the kitchen. Just something. I think the drums Michael Giacchino uses in this moment are just so fitting in some way. I just like how they fit. They fit just very well, I think. And yeah, I just like it how the kitchen is symbolized with this music. I think just it fits very well, but I can't really explain it how very great. But still, I just think it fits very well to the kitchen. Yes, there we had the unreleased ending of this track. Also that we have. Yes, and just then, of course, Remy looks at all these cooks, and there we have also great emotional music also in some way, just when he just is happy to be there at the window and everything, and just he can just tell somebody, the ghost of Gusteau, everything he knows. That also has to be a great feeling, especially when you are alone, then just having in your mind something like a ghost to which you can speak. I just like it very much how they made it at this moment. And then of course we have it when he falls down and then just wants to rescue the soup. Then we have also just all this exciting music. Giacchino can make very great and exciting music, as I also mentioned in other soundtrack reviews of him, like the Zootopia soundtrack review. So yes, it is just very great how he makes all this music. It is just, I just like all this action and exciting music and everything. That is just very great, and just like Giacchino always does it for his soundtrack, so he can make great action and also great emotions. So he's just an awesome composer. You just have to love in some way, I think. I just like also this exciting music when he just, I mean, of course it is very exciting. You see all from the rat perspective, and then how he is through the whole kitchen and already killed and everything, and then just all this fast and exciting music just symbolizes this. And now I just realized this is also the theme for Souped Up. Just when he makes this, when he makes the soup, there's also this theme we also heard before when he made the mushroom. Just, I think it is also cool. Just Giacchino also used this theme again, and yes, that is just, that's just great. I just love the music. And then of course we have this great souped up theme, what's on this soundtrack is also called Souped Up. And yes, I just like it very much. It is so fast, it has a French style, and just shows how excited Remy is and how much Remy is in his element at this point. Just there. This is very cool music, just something like how fast it is and everything. You just go with it, and it's just very cool and catchy new melody and music. Just fits so well when he's just in his element and doesn't even realize that he is, that Linguini sees him. It's just very cool and great music at this moment you hear. That is just very cool to listen to. And yes, I just also like this music very much. And yes, I just now move on to make it faster. There we have also an unreleased track, but it's very great and emotional just when Linguini has to kill Remy the rat. That is also so emotional, just something like, this is nearly at the end of Remy. And also all these emotions at this moment are captured very well with this great music. Just then how he opens his eyes and everything and is just so afraid, and then just Yes, and then we have also this cool music when just Remy runs away, but then he just realizes that this is not the real good thing, and then of course he returns, and then we have also again very emotional and theme, violin, everything just, that is also again very great and emotional and beautiful music. Just very great, just how the friendship at this moment really builds up. Then we have this great theme I just love of the friendship between Linguini and Remy. Something like then when they enter the home of Linguini. I just also love this music very great. It has such a cool and catchy, especially catchy melody, which I really just love to listen to. And that is just very great. And then of course, then we have again a great variation of the main theme from Ratatouille, the Le Festin song, which is very beautiful. Just pure gold is this theme in my opinion. I just can't stop saying this, how great this theme is just. It is so beautiful and just captures all the magic from France and Paris. This theme just captures this, all the magic. But just of course, sadly, you don't see much of France, but when you see it and then hear this awesome music, of course, it feels really like magic. And then we have also another unreleased track, just when breakfast is served, when just Linguini searches for Remy and thinks he's broken out, but then he sees that he has cooked something. And I just also like this music. Also very French music, and I like this French style, and you also hear it again a bit, this Le Festin theme. It appears many times and it's just very cool and very great and just symbolizes the dream of Remy and what he really can make so good. Yes. And then we have Welcome to Hell, and he just then he fails of course with cooking, and Remy bites him and everything. And then we have, but again, a very great Le Festin variation when they are then in this room just as two. That is also beautiful. Just little but very beautiful. This theme is just always, when it appears, just very beautiful and great. And yeah, I just always have very much joy listening to this. And then we have this this funny music when just Skinner sees the rat and of course is shocked. Maybe you heard it a bit. This theme is also an unreleased theme that you don't hear on the official soundtrack, but well, yes, it is just also a very cool theme that also appears several times in other unreleased tracks. Yes, and then they just realize how they really can make it. There's also this very cool music, just something like, oh, we have a good idea now. And yes, then of course we have then Remy drives a Linguini, this theme again, what is very cool and very funny, and I just am so sad that I can't really let you listen to that, but I just hope you can hear it in the background. That's just very funny and has this catchy melody I just always love to listen to. You just can go with this music. It is so awesome, isn't it? That is just great, funny, catchy music. La 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 la. la 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 la. La 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 la. You see, I'm very with this theme and just always can hum it and everything. It is just such a great and catchy and great Giacchino theme, and that is just very great and well. But now we have to move on, of course. I'm very sad, but yes, we have to move on. Just when Skinner sees the letter and realizes that Linguini is the son of Gusteau. This theme you also hear later when Remy sees the letter again and sees that Linguini is the son. I also like that then again also use this theme then at this scene. And then of course we have this theme just like Colette shows him the ropes or ropes a la Colette. I also just like this theme, that is also cool. Again, it is a catchy theme and everything, just like you can really just listen to it often. It is just fun to listen to, and yeah, so it is great, of course. And also very famous music for Ratatouille, I think. It is also used in the end credits. And yes, so it is a very cool and great theme. And also it fits just again the French thing, and then when Colette just tells Linguini everything he has to do. Also like this thing is also a bit funny and just also a bit like, oh, she puts Linguini to much pressure, but then at the end the theme gets also a bit calmer, and something like also then the scene gets a bit calmer when Colette gets a bit more softer and also a bit more nice and not always just so angry about Linguini, but then also Colette opens a bit something like and is more a bit sensitive and everything. Just also how this scene changes at the beginning of something like a bit yes, not so comfortable, but then at the end it gets a bit more calm and a bit, yes, I just hope you know what I mean. And yeah, so I also just like it in the end when she also tells something about all the other cooks and everything, and it's just yeah, also with it then, and then just of course this theme gets to a very cool end, I think. Just something like, oh, I again go with it, is again very catchy, and I just have to thank Giacchino much for this great work on this awesome Ratatouille soundtrack. Yes, of course I make some sounds so that I really hope I won't get any copyright problems. Yes, and we have even something of the piano music that you hear in the restaurant, just when then the others ask for something new, the guests. And I also just like even to have this, because it is very, yeah, something like for relaxing and everything. So this music is also very great and makes you feel great and good. Then we have also the music then when they have this special order, that is also very cool and everything. But let's move on to the part at the end when they just have again this great Festin theme, then when they just succeeded with it, and just at the end then also had success with this meal with the variation of Remy. And again, it just again underlines the genius of Remy, and that Remy is really an awesome and great cook. La 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 la. Again, this great Festin theme. That is just great. I always love just this part also of the soundtrack very much. And it's just so great how you just have to go with this beautiful theme. Yes, so, yes, I just love it. And then we have again a variation of it just when Remy lays outside and eats something. Yes. And then he sees Emile and is first afraid. And of course then the music gets also more suspenseful and everything. And then we have also music just when he steals something for Emile. And also this music is now then just fitting, just saying a bit something like, this isn't so good. You should more have doubts about stealing something, because it is bad for Linguini and everything. I think this music also tells it again very well and very good just. And yes, then now let's move on to a very cool theme, I think, which I always wanted to have, the Rat Celebration. I just always like this theme, just when the rats celebrate, we have our son back again here, Remy is back, woohoo! And then just they have this celebration theme. I like this celebration theme very much, just it is so catchy again, and you just have to like to listen to this. It has again this very much French style, and it's just so cool and catchy. And yes, I also especially also then like also this end of this great celebration music. I just love everything Giacchino has done for this soundtrack. It is just awesome. His music is great and awesome that we have these unreleased tracks. Just so cool, so catchy. You could dance to this music. Oh my god, I love Giacchino so much. He is so awesome. And then we have the track Hang Ups, is it called, on the unreleased tracks. That is the longest unreleased track. And then we just see when Django lets Remy see all these rats that are dead. I don't know the right English word, I'm sorry. Stuffed, really. The stuffed rats, when he just shows them all the stuffed rats and everything, and that the humans behave bad against rats, and then also all this tragedy of this is just shown in the music. But then Remy just says, no, it isn't true, that can't be, that death is everything, just nature has thought for us rats and everything. And then he just says, I will move forward, just something like that Remy still believes in humankind, and I just love that always, that he is so optimistic and then says, where will you go? Are you going to go? With a bit luck, forward. And something like that. I just like it when he says that, and then the music is also so great, something like so great music. Then we have beautiful music and a theme I always missed on the soundtrack. A theme that is, again, very cool and catchy when he just goes to the city and goes back to the kitchen, and it's just something like, hey! I hope you just know the scene. I love this theme. Dun, 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 and everything. I just go with this theme. I don't know how you feel. Please tell me in the comments. But I love this this music. I just love Giacchino for doing all these great stuff. And yes, that is just very awesome what he has offered us with this. So yes, it is just very great. And yes, I just like this theme very much. And then it gets longer also then when Colette comes and everything. I just like hearing this theme for a longer time and everything. So I just think it is very great that we also now have this theme, and all thanks to our great friend Music and Soundtracks channel. Please subscribe, and he is awesome. I will really put the link in the description, even if it would take a while. So yes, but it is so awesome, his channel. I just love him for doing this. So, you know, I love you for having uploaded the whole Ratatouille soundtrack. I can't tell you often enough again that I just love you that you have done this. That is so great, just. And yeah, now the video is at 34 minutes, and I just think we have again still some tracks, and I also wanted to give you the piano cover. So I just think, let's separate this soundtrack review. I will make a second part, and there you will hear the rest of my soundtrack review to the rest of the soundtrack. And please believe me, it gets better and better. Of course, I now cannot let you hear much more, but still you will hear in the background, and that just gets so emotional and so great. So please stay tuned for part 2 of my soundtrack review. Also, there you will then hear my piano cover complete. Now I just won't add it to this video just because my soundtrack review isn't finished yet. So please stay tuned and wait for part 2 of my soundtrack review to Ratatouille, and then I will see you in the next soundtrack review, and I just say bye.